Hi there, John Zickert from the John Zickert Group, here with Hayden Bretsky.
Thanks for having me, John.
Great, guys. And as you know, Hayden's another realtor on our team. We wanted to spend some time today talking to you about how do I choose a realtor to sell my house. Two key factors we think are important. Hayden, why don't you share us what those are?
Yeah, there's lots of decisions in the real estate transaction, but the first two you're faced with right away is who to list your home with and how much to list it for.
Right, and those two factors should be made separately. The biggest word of advice we have is do not choose your realtor based on what they can sell your house for. We're not going to come into your house and tell you what you want to hear. After our property visit, we go over our seller guide, which we put a lot of time into, and it walks you through the whole process, right, from start to finish.
Because you'll like that realtor for about a week, when they tell you they can get $1 million to your house, and then when they can't meet your needs with that number, you're going to be disappointed when they tell you got to lower your price.
Yeah, and we take pricing more of a partnership with our clients. We're going to give you our opinion of value. You have your opinion of value. And together we're going to come up with what the best listing price is that we think the market's going to be attracted to. Because in the end, the market is going to set the price of your house.
So when we're looking for a realtor, you want to make sure that you've kind of vetted that realtor that you've got there. Do they have a list of references? Do they have a seller guide like we have? Do they have, certain credibility to make sure that they're a good realtor and they know what they're talking about?
That's good at references. I don't think about too much, but you're going to get a reference if you had a builder and a friend's going to tell you that. If you have a realtor you've worked with for a long time, stick with them if you like the service they provide. And to go online, look at their reviews. You can't fake Zillow reviews. At least we haven't figured out how, right?
Yeah.
So that's some pretty true reviews of their service. Look at their map on Zillow. You'll see where they sold property. Are they selling it in your market? Part of it is being, in the area where you're listing your home. So our goal is to be your trusted real estate advisor, and we feel we bring to the table 5 points of value that we want to just share with you briefly here. If you have questions afterwards, reach out to us. We'd be happy to talk to you. First one, Hayden, what's number one?
Yeah, so make sure that whoever you select as your agent has a comprehensive marketing strategy. Do they have a plan put in place? That's more than just listing the home in the MLS, but taking active steps to find a buyer and help sell your home.
Staging and presentation, we're going to walk through your house, talk about what, from a buyer's eyes, what needs to be repaired, what should be fixed, decluttered, comes up a lot, not a negative word, we all have clutter. It's just putting your house in the best condition for a buyer to walk through, kind of like you're coming through a 5-diamond resort hotel. It's clean, it's organized, and we'll help you through that process.
Then pricing, we've already touched on this a little bit, but just making sure we fine-tune our price so we've got a number that we feel the market will support and help us locate a buyer quickly.
And then once we did your pricing, we've got negotiation, right? We're going to negotiate the contract. A lot of steps to negotiating: inspection timeframes, earnest money. What else am I missing? Closing timeline.
Yeah,
right?
all that good stuff. And that kind of leads us into our very last point here, which is transaction management. We're going to help you from start to finish once we've negotiated that contract, going through those inspections and appraisals and trying to help navigate through any of those bumps in the road that we might come across.
Brings up a cool point. In our seller guide, we put together a checklist that takes you from start to finish. So as a seller, you always know what your next step is. You're never wondering what's next. We refer to the checklist every week when we call you to follow up with you, or as often as we need to, but they're following that checklist. So we gave you a bunch of stuff today. In the end, if you have questions, call us.
Yeah, feel free to reach out and we'll walk you through our process.
We'd be happy to chat. Thanks for watching again, and stay tuned for our next adventure. Thanks.